My name's Paul Hewitt. I own Blacklemore Barbers, and I've been cutting hair now for almost 17 years. For being invited here today, I really wanted to see kind of how far education has come. I wouldn't let anybody come on my shop floor if I trained them or they were under our supervision for about a year. I wanted them to kind of experience every situation that's possible. But now coming in and seeing these guys after 9 weeks, I'm going to have to go away and reevaluate and really look at the potentials of incredible students coming out after a 12-week course. But you can see that they really listen to the educators. They really listen to you guys. So I think that's key. If you've got someone that's very confident or has had experience with customers face to face, they're going to adapt to the surroundings. I'm really lucky that James, and Matt we've both all worked together. I've worked with Troy in all different places, so I know how good these guys are. Seeing them leave the barbershop environment or, cosmetology environment and everything else like that and immerse themselves into teaching, I think it's fucking brilliant. To have longevity in this industry, for me and the people that I know, we've all got the same focal point now, is if you go back to customer service, if you go back to just servicing your clientele on a daily basis, that will give you consistency, and consistency means also that you have longevity in this craft. You really just need to focus on just being in the shop and just servicing your clientele, because if you haven't got clients, then you can't progress. Because I've tried to do everything, and I did it to the extreme that almost kind of broke me mentally, financially and physically, I've kind of realised very quickly that now I just want to go back to just doing barbering that I used to do 10 years ago. I don't think you can kind of look at it as just what you've done. Obviously, I took a couple of years and kind of opened up multiple shops and travelled the world and did a lot of push on my own brand. Everybody that I've ever worked with has been through that outreach because everybody else has had the same thoughts and the same frustration that they do something that they love, but it's not accepted by everybody else. So by joining forces with a couple of people that I've done, Brad from Bristol, Shane Nesbitt from San Francisco, you've got Khalil Malamug from New Jersey, opening up those floodgates and coming together, I think collectively, hopefully, we've kind of showed core barbering to what it is. Back then, it wasn't what it is like today. When social media came about, it kind of opened up the floodgates. So from seeing it from so many years ago, where it wasn't the trendiest thing or the most popular thing to do, to where it is now, it's kind of mind-blowing. There used to be hairdressing and then barbering. And now the kind of lines emerge because you can see the kind of styles that are going, the photo shoots and magazines. I used to go to all the hair shows with my old boss and mentor. So I've kind of seen that side, experienced that side and done all these events. And now to see that come back full circle into barbering, I think there still needs to be that divide. I do think that people will realise that trying to chase that inevitable top spot, if you're chasing that quick buck, that kind of doesn't give you what you're after. And the only time that you're ever going to get what you're after is, again, going back to that previous question that we kind of touched on, was consistency. And the consistency comes from servicing your clientele. It's easier now for us to express ourselves because you've got social media and it's everything's at a touch of a button, where before, back in my day, if you wanted to get something which was bang on fashion, it was more underground. You had to really hunt and hustle, and it was kind of like you had to know the right people. Because now you can swipe across and see that every day, every minute, it's just like, all right, that's kind of cool. Didn't see that. Oh shit, there's a load of people that are into that. I thought that they were a bit of a freak, or kind of random. It's just, again, it's just a visual thing, and because you've just got everything at the touch of your hand.